Like, comment, and subscribe.
In a dusty, forgotten corner of rural India, where the air was filled with the scent of earth and wood smoke, lived an old man named Hori. Life had been cruel to him. He had no land, no cattle, and barely a roof over his head. But he had something even more valuable: his self-respect and deep faith in God. Hori lived in a crumbling mud hut with his wife Danya and their little son Gudu. Every day was a battle to fill their stomachs, to survive the bitter nights, to hope for another sunrise. One day, Danya looked into their food storage and sighed. Only 1 1/4 seer of wheat was left, a meager amount, just enough to feed Gudu for a day or two. She carefully set it aside, planning to grind it for porridge, but her heart was heavy. They had no other source of food. Hori, too, sat silently in the courtyard, puffing a worn-out beedi, lost in thought. Hunger had become an unwelcome guest they had grown used to. That evening, word spread across the village. A saint had arrived from the Himalayas. It was said he was a man of divine wisdom, and anyone who gave him alms would be blessed with health, wealth, and peace. In the village square, people lined up with offerings. The saint spoke slowly and calmly. True devotion lies in offering your last grain to God. When you give up even your hunger and faith, the Lord himself will feed you. Danya's eyes welled with tears. She turned to Hori and said softly, "Let's give what we have to the saint. This is our test." Hori looked at her in disbelief. "We have nothing left, not even for our son." Danya placed her hand on his and whispered, "Faith will feed us, not fear." After a long pause, Hori stood up, took the small bundle of wheat wrapped in cloth, and walked slowly toward the saint. "Baba," he said, "this is all we have. The last bit. Take it. It's for God." The saint blessed him with a smile. "Your devotion will not go unrewarded." That night, there was no food in Hori's house. Gudu cried and then slept, tired, hungry. Hori and Danya lay quietly, the silence between them heavier than ever. But despite the hunger, there was peace in Hori's heart, a quiet satisfaction that he had upheld his dignity and faith. The next morning, a wealthy merchant arrived in the village. He was looking for workers for his new agricultural farm and promised regular wages and weekly rations. Dozens lined up, young and strong men showing off their muscles. Hori stood in the back, frail and thin, but his eyes sparkled with honesty. The merchant saw him and asked, "Have you eaten?" "No," Hori replied softly. "And yet you're here to work." "Yes, because dignity feeds the soul." The merchant smiled. "Come. From today, you will work for me. Wheat will be delivered to your house every week, and you'll earn your due every month." Tears welled up in Hori's eyes. It was as if God had accepted his offering, that little bundle of wheat, and returned it 100-fold. 1 1/4 seer of wheat was more than just food. It was a symbol of sacrifice, faith, and inner strength. Munshi Premchand shows us that even in the deepest poverty, dignity, and devotion shine the brightest. Those who stay true to their values, even when tested, are ultimately blessed, often in ways they never expected.